Welcome to another Etsy store review, and in today's store review I wanted to bring you something interesting. I always try to bring stores that have something about them that needs investigating and need looking at so that we can dig in, get some answers to what's going on with the problems in the store, and obviously I can educate you guys as to how to run better Etsy stores. So this store is a real conundrum. It's got over 3,500 sales, but it's been around 12 years. So this is an OG, old school Etsy store. I can't wait to show it to you. Let's dig into it and let's find what problems there are, and more importantly, how to fix them all. Let's go. Okay, so here we are in today's review store. It's Looping Home store. The store is owned by Ana Goncalves. I hope I've said that right. And it's a really interesting store, as I said at the top of this the top of the store review. So it's got over 3,500 sales, and if we scroll down to the bottom, we can see that it's an OG, old school Etsy store. It's been open 12 years. That's a long time. So let's just scroll down the store. Let's get a feel of the store. Let's look at this together. And I like the overall aesthetic. When stores on Etsy have been open this long, usually there's a good baseline level of branding and aesthetic, and I like what Anna's done here in an overall feel and how this all works together, and I'm sure you guys can see that as well, this nice cohesiveness between everything that's working on in these listings. However, I've dug around in the store and I've found quite a few problems, and Anna, I hope you get to see this, and I hope that you act on these points I bring up, because these things will make you more sales. So if you want more sales, I'd advise you to do the following things. And the first thing that I want to point out is stock. How much is in stock for each listing? So if you see this pillowcase here, this lovely pillowcase here, you can see immediately here it says rare find. So if I put that in my basket, there's only one. There's only one in stock. If I buy this pillowcase now, it goes out of stock. And if this goes out of stock, Anna loses sales velocity. She loses velocity of sale because the item's no longer available for sale, and Etsy can't sell it to anybody else. And visibility will start going down on this pillowcase. And when I look at other items in the store, so let's go and have a look at this one, and we'll just click a color, dimension, add it to the basket. We see the same problem. This is a big problem for visibility. When you've got so few items in stock, if these sell out, if you go to bed and 2 of these sell, you've got no stock. Etsy sees this out of stock, and that's the last thing that you want to do, is have items low stock and go out of stock, because that loses visibility on the item, and overall it also lowers your store visibility as well. So this is a big problem. So Anna, what I would do, unless you've got very specific reasons for having these ultra low stock numbers, I would make certainly everything over 10 in stock, and maybe over, well, if you can, over 20 in stock. That would be better. If you have a reason, let me know in the comments to this video, and I'll pick that up in the comments. So that's the first thing. There's 4 main points I want to go over here for this store. That's the first one. The second one is photography. So even though the photography in terms of context is good, as we look at these listings here, it works aesthetically, right? You can see that this is nice across the store. When it comes to the actual photography itself, it definitely needs to be improved. So when you look at a listing like this one here, the bear basket, let's just go in here. And you can see the actual photo is very dull, dark. There's no color coming through on this photo at all. There's shadowing. Try to never have shadows in your photographs. It just makes them look unprofessional. So we've got this brightness issue, and then when we go back to other listings, we start to see that this brightness issue and shadow issue starts to repeat itself as we look through listings, all of these listings here, they're too dark. This is too dark, this is too dark, this is too dark. This one's a bit better, but we've got shadowing going on, we've got brightness in the background, whereas the brightness should be in the foreground on the product. Also, another thing all of you to know if you're selling products on Etsy, physical products, on a photo shot like this, try to take the picture of the pillow and macro photograph the background. So make sure the background is blurry. We don't need all this detail, because if you start putting tables and candles and lovely sofas in the shot, you lose the point of what's being sold here. In fact, if I took these words away over here on the right hand side, would you know what was for sale? Is it the puff cover? Is it the table? Is it the candles? Is it the sofa, the cushions? We don't know, right? So focus your photography in on the item by using macro photography and blur the background. That is something that would benefit this store hugely. There is a few photos in here where macro photography is used. Look at this. This is macro photography. So the brightness is still an issue. It's not bright enough, but macro has been employed. So you can see the background literally a foot behind the object is blurred and blown away. This is photography that you should all be trying to use when you've got physical products. It looks so good and so effective and tasteful for creating a brand inside your store. So definitely more of this, Anna, more macro, and brighten these products up as well. Also, don't cut products off in the shot. So don't have like this white puff here, don't have it cut off on the left hand side, and this cover, the beanbag chair here, don't cut off, because it just doesn't look very good. Try and get all the product in the shot, which leads me to photography's neighbor or relative, video. So product video. So I'll use the example here of the hanging basket. You do have a video for this listing, but when we go into it and look at it, we don't get the point of the video until right at the end. You're sort of moving around the product, then your hand comes in, you lift it up, okay, and then it's hanging, and then you just pan back a little, and then it stops. The bit that's missing here is the context of the basket, the hand, hanging it, and now you want to open it, pan back, so we get a good view of it hanging. You just didn't quite finish it there. We need more of the hand as well to get the context of size, and maybe even put something in the basket for more context of size. You just missed the point there at the end. So video definitely needs development. Always show the product in use for video. The final piece of advice I've got for you today, Anna, this is definitely going to help you make more sales, is the size of your store. 115 items. Now, I'm aware you do make all these products yourself, so that does take time, but try to move this store towards 200 items by Christmas. Just get as far as you can and try to offer personalization where you can on the items, so that people can personalize and gift them to friends and family. That will definitely get you more sales. I know that some items in here are personalized and some of them aren't. It depends what the item is. So definitely push hard into visual personalization in the listing. Let people know what's personalized and bring more options, and I guarantee you will make more sales without a shadow of a doubt. Generally, personalization brings 20 to 30% higher sales in a store that does it versus a store that doesn't. So if you like this store review, get into my comments. If you want a store review, put your store name in the comments and I will pick all suitable stores for store reviews on my channel. And if you need help with your Etsy store, as I always say, don't guess. I'm doing one-to-one Zoom calls. I'm doing mentoring calls. The link to book in for a call with me is coming up on your screen now. Book in for a call and I will make sure that your Etsy store flourishes and you make more sales. I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Cheers.